Hart Bochner, yes.
You're talking about Hart Bochner Ellis. Well,
Hart
yeah,
Bochner,
he's a prick. I forgot to mention that he directed a movie, and I forgot what it was.
PCU.
PCU, that's right. He directed PCU, which is actually I really enjoy it.
Actually, I was thinking like there was another Apartment Zero.
Did he direct Apartment Zero?
Or he's in it. Maybe he's in it.
Let me see.
Oh, you know what else he's in? Deep Cut, literally, urban legend.
Oh shit! We tried watching that the other night over my buddy. Well, no, I can't say the other night. It's like pre-surgery. Yeah, last time I was at my friend's house, right before I had my surgery, he popped that on. I couldn't even watch it because I'm not a big fan.
God.
Hello? Oh, sorry.
Damn it. Yeah, I'm
still
sorry.
here.
I'm looking at...
My wife loves that fucking movie. I don't.
Lloyd Bochner. Yeah, he's the son of Lloyd Bochner. And Lloyd Bochner is so totally not Hart Bochner. But Hart Bochner is great. He's just wonderful as the complete prick Ellis. And I always wondered, because why is it that when he tells Alan Rickman that he can talk to McClane on the thing, on the two-way radio, they come over and they give him a can of Coca-Cola and they pour it in a glass. Did he actually ask for Coke or did he ask for cocaine? Because he's always snorting, right? Why did
Interesting. Maybe that was a...
They gave him a can of Coca-Cola and poured it into a glass for him.
Maybe it was like a subliminal thing, like he snorts Coke and he drinks Coke.
And he goes like...
he's in Supergirl. Remember, he plays a dumbass in Supergirl.
That's right, yeah. I mean, maybe he's just got one of those faces. Supergirl, Can we talk about that for a sec? Just 1 second.
No, let's just talk about Legend of Billie Jean and Helen Slater. And
Helen Slater is wonderful.
That's all we need to talk about.
That's it. Supergirl is Helen Slater. I don't care about these other girls. I mean, even the show.
Wait. Ruthless People? I hope you're not doing some Helen Slater bashing.
No. I'm just saying.
No, he's bashing the new one. He's bashing the new one.
I don't like all these new Supergirls. Actually, I did enjoy the TV show. There was a TV show of Supergirl, I think, at one point. She was okay. This one here, this girl from fucking House of the Dragon, with no. And that other one with the short hair and she looks greasy, no. To me, Supergirl is Helen Slater. It should be. She is wonderful. She was in this great movie that I showed Brahman called A House in the Hills with Michael Madsen.
I know you were going to say A House in the Hills. I was going to say her and Michael Madsen, and she gets naked.
Rest in peace, Michael Madsen. By the way, I mean just
another one gone.
That's such a great little movie. And you know what I remember about that one? That was one of the movies that Quentin Tarantino script doctored. He actually he punched up the script for that one a little bit, which you can see kind of in some of the dialogue.
Is there anything involving her feet in that one?
No, there was no feet. It was just.
I gotta go. You fuckers are talking about it. We all talk about it. I gotta go dig through my lasers. I know I have that one on Laserdisc. I just gotta fucking find it.
It's a good movie. It's a great movie, kind of a hidden gem. I think did Live produce that?
Well, it played. What I remember is this. It played on HBO a ton back when I was a kid. It was one of the late night movies on HBO.
Oh,
yeah.
Speaking of HBO, I sent Lawler this thing. It was the top 50 movies that played on HBO video clip, and it was awesome. And it showed like I won't give it away of like what the top one was, but it's totally non-surprising. I'll say.
What, the Beastmaster?
It was actually okay. It was the top 50 of the 80s, is what it shows. Beastmaster is not on that list.
That's weird.
The guy compiled the information. He says in his comments, look, he's like, I was surprised too. He says in his description, he's like, I was surprised that Beastmaster wasn't on this list. But it's like, it starts off as like 28 showings and then like 29 showings and 30 showings and everything. And then the top one got 58 showings in the 80s. And it is not a surprise. And that's all I'll say.
There's
a lot of them where I'm like, really?
It is really they used to, like HBO, I think we talked about this on one of our cable shows, right? But HBO used to have this viewer mail thing where they would read viewer mail and they would ask questions, right? And almost like every other question was always, why do you always show the same movie over and over again? Well, also remember, in case you didn't see
I think people are getting a little confused, and I realized I was getting confused in that. Okay, so it was on HBO X amount of times, but a lot of people would have like Showtime and HBO and the Movie Channel and Cinemax, and they would play on there too. So they're like maybe they're mixing it up a little bit in their head. Yeah. Like I realized, like why was this? If you could double it easily or triple it,
Well, there were. because HBO and Cinemax were essentially the same.
Yeah, they were sister services. Yeah.
Well, that was the whole thing. You know, it was like Showtime and the movie channel were Viacom, and then freaking HBO and Cinemax were their own thing. They were both the same company.
At the time, it was like Time Inc., and then they became Time.
It was kind of like how the movie channel and Showtime were the same thing too. You know, they
that's the thing. Movie channel and Showtime.
Only since '83, though. Before that, it was movie channel was its own. It actually owned by Warner, actually.
Ah.
What was I gonna? There was one more thing I wanted to talk about before we got onto it. But you know, again, rest in peace, Gil Gerard. Another icon dies.
Yes.
They're all gonna die. They're all dying. You know, and Shatner is gonna outlive them all.
Yep.
Or Takei. Or
No. Takei's too angry. He's too angry. He'll die first. He'll die before Shatner. I'll put money on it. $50.
Ooh.
Shatner is a vegetarian and he doesn't drink or smoke, and he seems to be doing really well.
He looks great. I don't even think he's had anything done except for his hair. I don't think he's had anything done. He's just a little chonky, and that's it.
Just a little, yeah.
If I could make it to 90, I would hope I could look that good. Okay, I'll say that.
He's 94. He's 94.
But you know what? But you want to know another 94-year-old? Fucking James Hong. Okay, look at how good he looks for a 90-plus-year-old guy.
Wait,
and
who?
He's sharp as a fucking James Hong.
Oh, Big Trouble in Little China, right?
Yeah.
Ah, there you go. I always get him confused with Key Luke. Is Key Luke still alive?
No, Key Luke passed. He passed away very shortly after Gremlins 2.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I think he was actually sick while he was making Gremlins 2. So.
To hear, one only has to listen. Bye, Woof Woof. We watched that too. Christmas movies. I thought we could talk a little bit about them because we watched Gremlins a couple of days ago. We watched Invasion USA yesterday. Great movie,
good.
By the way. Die Hard we watched tonight. Tomorrow we're watching Batman Returns. That is a Christmas movie. And then on Friday we're watching Eyes Wide Shut, which is a new entry because it is a Christmas movie.
You're watching that with the kid?
She's going to be 19 in 7 days.
That's still awkward.
There's very little in there that's anything controversial.
I guess.
We watched Last Tango in Paris with her, okay?
Oh, jeez.
And yes, she watched the butter scene. I left the room, but she did watch the butter scene. I'm going to put butter
in your
ass.
Hey. There's only certain things I'll watch with my kids, and I would never... Last Tango in Paris, no. Eyes Wide Shut, no.
Did she want to do this, or did you have to... did she want to do this? Were you there?
I did not Malcolm McDowell her. We were watching movies that were considered, I guess, controversial, and Last Tango was one of them. They happened to be on the list.
See, I'm having weird flashbacks of trying to watch Last.
The only time she ever got traumatized was Jurassic Park, I think, or Airplane. Actually, the scene in Airplane where Lorna Patterson is singing the song and knocks the girl's life support out or her blood supply out of the thing. That's the only thing that ever terrified my daughter was her singing that song. You know.
See, I'm having a weird bad flashback now. I'm all traumatized because it's it's 2:00 in the morning. I'm trying to watch Last American Virgin on HBO, really loud, really quiet, and that's when my mom decides to just come down and sit on the couch and just be annoying, and I'm like, boobs, damn it!
Oh Lord,
always total cockblock.
I don't know what it was. I think I watched Class. I was watching the movie Class. Rob Lowe and Andrew McCarthy. And there's a scene where Andrew McCarthy is making love to Jacqueline Bisset, and my mother is like, David, turn your head. And I'm like, why? Just turn your head. And it's so, I can't.
See there, and I just thought about it, and I can finally say it. If I ever wanted to show my kid an X-rated movie, I'd show him Midnight Cowboy. At least that movie has class.
Actually, that was one of the ones we watched. We watched that one too.
It's not rated X. It's not rated X anymore.
It was
rated X at one point in time.
It was. I don't know why though. I mean, I'm watching it and it's maybe it's tone or style or something, or maybe they used the F word a couple of times.
Yes,
But
it's just remember, New Hollywood. That's all you need to say. That was the start of the
to
New
me,
Hollywood
A
movement.
Clockwork Orange is far more controversial, but I showed that to Regan because she wanted to see it. She actually wanted to see, she was interested in Kubrick for about 5 seconds, and she's probably going to hate Eyes Wide Shut anyway. Eyes Wide Shut is not, it may be considered controversial, but it's not really all that controversial. At least how I
just watched it. I watched it once and I wasn't a fan. I was like, wow, this is how Kubrick went out. Okay.
You know what I remember about Eyes Wide Shut was when you got it on DVD, it was actually like in 1:33 because that's what Kubrick wanted.
Yeah.
It's like in full screen.
This is actually the version I have is 1:33 and it's international, so it doesn't have the
weird blocking in the
weird
orgy
block.
scene.
Yeah, the orgy scene. I mean, I watched it when it came out. It was Kubrick's final movie. Kubrick is one of my gods. And so I had to see it more than a few times. I
just realized
I tried to get when we went to Michigan to meet when I met Broman's family before we got married. I tried to get people to go see Eyes Wide Shut with me there, and her friend said, "I don't want to see that. Let's go see Mystery Men." So I had to go sit through Mystery Men.
And that's a problem. And how is that a problem?
Because I didn't like it.
You know what the old saying goes: "Sucks to be you, nerd."
Well, I'm sorry, but a movie like that, I'll watch on my TV. I don't want to pay a ticket price to see that one. Even
look, you are Mr. Furious sometimes. So there's that.
No, if there's any character that I can relate to, it's the shoveler. Okay, William H. Macy. I shovel well. God gave me
not the spleen. I'd be the spleen man.
Oh yeah, speaking of Bill Macy, I can finally put it out there. I watched the Running Man remake.
How was it?
Oh,
here's my general consensus. I didn't hate it. I'd say on par with the Arnold version. The only thing I'm going to agree with what some of the people have said. It does not feel at all like an Edgar Wright movie.
Well,
that's a problem.
That sounds like a problem.
The thing is, I agree with what people have all said. Like all the reviews I've said, they go, we don't have an issue with the movie. It's a good movie. It's just when you go into an Edgar Wright movie, you expect to see an Edgar Wright movie. And I'm agreeing with these people. I'm like, anybody could have made this movie.
But I read that they changed some of the narrative structure around and tried to make it a little more current with 2025 filmmaking the way it is. Like they toughened up the woman. They made the man take a back seat to the woman. I read that.
No.
Because if you look at Schwarzenegger's version, it's not actually that movie. It's okay, but it's not.
That movie is nothing but 1980s and cocaine. That's all that movie is.
But it's not my favorite Schwarzenegger, and it wasn't a huge hit though when it came out. But the thing is,
I saw it in the theater. It was a decent sized hit, but you got to remember the budget on that thing was not huge. So I think it made a few bucks, made a small the real problem was like movies would make money, but then the company that made the movie would always like fall apart. That was one of those bearish.
It didn't make Predator money. It didn't make Terminator money, and it didn't make Commando money.
Well, first Terminator was just a small hit, but it cost so little to make.
Right.
Yeah.
I
that aside, it was like
Conchita Alonso, though. I thought she was wonderful in it.
I like some of the stuff they did with the Running Man, and there is no Okay, you're saying they did this with the female. There is no female. Okay, yes, there is a female in the movie, but not a Maria Conchita Alonso character. Okay, there's not that character.
Yeah, so they rewrote three different
things.
That's what I'm saying.
You do have 3 runners. Okay, but like they get more deep into conspiracy and network cheating and that kind of stuff. Again, if you guys want to watch it and when you want to see it on your own time, I'm not going to spoil a lot of shit for you.
It'll probably hit Paramount Plus in like a few weeks. So,
I didn't go. I didn't go to the theater.
Movies,
I have.
Yes.
I know you have.
I have my ways.
I actually pay money.
Well, no. The thing about it is, all of this stuff is so disposable now. It's so strange. They spend so much money on these movies, and then they are completely thrown to the side. I saw something interesting. This guy had bought all these Blu-rays of Marvel movies, and he had Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3, and he donated them to Goodwill. He didn't want to look at them anymore. And the thing is, I have those box sets. I have these great British box sets of all the Marvel's movies, first 3 phases, and I'm going to keep them forever until my daughter decides, fuck daddy, I'll just sell these. But I would never throw out these movies because to me, it's important. And also, I purchased them, and why not? I'm going to want to look at them again. It hasn't ruined... Marvel today has not ruined my experience of first time I saw Iron Man, which is just like, whoa. Now, you're spending $200 million on these movies, and people are just throwing them out and then picking them up at Goodwill for like $5 because nobody wants... Why is this? What has happened to movies where it's just not valuable to them anymore? It's or whatever.
Easy. The answer is called Disney Plus, dude. You don't know what happened. As soon as Disney Plus came out and all those movies became available to watch, everyone said to themselves, "We don't need our Blu-rays anymore. We can just watch it on streaming."
Right.
I mean, it is convenient,
but
and the
Paramount
quality.
did this
Like
to Star Trek too. They took.
But I'll say this much. I'll say this much. You guys be proud of me for what I did. Maybe not proud of the movie I watched, but proud of what I did. Okay? So I watched The Predator earlier this evening. And then after I got done watching it, I watched it on streaming. And then I was like, okay, cool, Predator 2. And then right as the 20th Century Fox logo hit, I said, wait a minute. I go, John, you have a 4K TV. You have Predator 2 on 4K. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
So I got up, got off my fucking duff, got my Predator 2 4K and popped that in instead.
Well,
I didn't have any ads either. Didn't even have any ads.
But you'll have a better shot at watching the movie without any buffering issues because the only Netflix even gives me occasional buffering issues, but they're usually very
well,
good.
I don't have buffering issues. The problem I have is the streaming services. They never give it enough bit rate. So it's like if it's a newer movie and they shoot it kind of digitally, it's fine. But if it's an older movie with film grain, it drives the compression.
Yes.
I recently watched the new Mission Impossible, the final one, supposedly. I think it was shot on film or something, or they added grain to make it look like film.
Right.
So the compression on Paramount Plus, it was having some scenes. It was super crisp and clear, most of it. There were certain scenes that where there was extra film grain, and it didn't break up or anything, but it would be super pixely because they don't give it enough bit rate.
It has issues. Sometimes some Blu-rays have that too. They get issues with that. Like Close Encounters on my old Blu-ray player that I have. I still have the old Blu-ray player. It still works. I keep it around because it has RCA jacks, and you know why. But when you play it on that one, it looks like shit. It starts to pixelate really badly. But then if you play it on the newer Blu-ray player, it plays a lot better for some reason.
Well, another thing I did, I was like, and this kind of pisses me off. Okay, so I was bored yesterday. I did a double feature because it was on HBO Max. They had the Brothers McMullen, and they had the Family McMullen, which is a sequel. They did a sequel.
Wait, Ed Burns did a sequel to that?
Ed Burns did a sequel. Here's the thing. You wouldn't know because what they did was he made it. Now, the first one, he sold that at Sundance.
Yes, I know.
Somehow it won Best.
He's an indie darling,
Best Picture.
yes.
It's not a great... I don't think it's worth winning Best Picture at Sundance. But,
that was a good movie.
But it goes on there. Okay. It goes on there, and then they make a few bucks with that. Now, this one, he makes it with probably a much better budget. It's actually a much more well-made film. He ends up selling it to Warner Brothers. They do a Fathom Events thing in the theaters for one night. It played one night in the theaters, and then in 45 days it's on HBO Max. So I watched that, and I would say it's actually pretty good. I would say it's actually better than the Brothers McMullen's a little overrated because it's kind of disjointed and the characters are douchey. And
I like that movie a lot because he made it for no money and he stole footage. I mean, he was like one of those early on.
Well, the continuity is like his hair changes and everybody looks like the one character. He gains weight and loses weight and gains weight and loses weight. I'm like, what's going on here? The next one, it's actually it's much more and the acting is much better. It's like the acting.
Did he bring
in that
back his girlfriend there? Did he bring back?
Here's who they brought back. You got your Ed Burns. You got his brother. You got the brother's ex-girlfriend that he ended up dumping, or that dumped him or something. Whole bunch of characters either had died or they got divorced. Like the one that Ed Burns went off with, he ended up getting divorced and getting remarried and
Bonds, right?
Yeah. So it's but it was much more well made. It's just to see a filmmaker have no money and do his best, and then see somebody who actually kind of knows what he's doing and make a movie. It is interesting. Although I will say, Ed Burns as an actor. He's
like Michael Rappaport, He's always doing this. He's still talking like this all the time.
Well, he's like I would say like his appeal is more he's just a good-looking guy. He doesn't really do much. He doesn't have much charisma. He's not Mr. Charisma at all. I don't think.
Well, no,
but
it's just.
I would say like a good solid movie. I was going to make another point about Eyes Wide Shut. If they played that in the theaters now, if you saw it in an AMC, you'd see Nicole Kidman now, all weird and pulled back. Nicole Kidman now would look oddly younger than Nicole Kidman then, because now she's all like back and
she did something to her face. You know, she was like one of the most.
She divorced Tom Cruise and decided to just do something to her face.
God, you remember back in the day when she was like, dead calm and all that.
Dead Calm, Billy Bathgate,
BMX Bandits.
She was.
Days of Thunder.
I have BMX Bandits on Blu-ray. It's one of the first Blu-rays we ever got with our player.
She's like 15 in that.
Yes, but she's gorgeous though. I mean, she has that beautiful hair. She's a gorgeous woman. Yeah, well,
she's like my age now. She's got to be in her mid-50s
and now she's older than that. But now she's eating bugs.
Did either one of you guys watch the new Knives Out?
No.
Yes.
No.
It was actually really good.
Never.
Oh God.
I know he's got a bug up his ass about Rian Johnson.
No, he has a bug up his ass about Glass Onion.
The thing is, okay, the first Knives Out movie, I was like, okay. And then the second movie, I was like, oh, God, this is terrible. I made a whole list and I wrote a review. I'm not interested. I mean, and also, Daniel Craig, what the fuck has happened to him? You're horrified by Nicole Kidman's appearance? My God, he looks terrible.
Well, that was a face that never was going to age well.
There was Steve McQueen. If Steve McQueen aged well, even when he was dying, he was aging better than.
Steve McQueen died younger. Daniel Craig's like in his mid-50s. Steve McQueen made it like 51, I think.
He made it, but the thing is, he still died. He left a better-looking corpse than what Daniel Craig looks like these days.
Well, now Daniel Craig's got a weird thing going on with his hair. Daniel Craig's got a weird thing going on, like between his hair transplant that's halfway decent.
That's
but then
what
he's got,
it is. He did something weird with his hair.
Well, I see. As a bald man, I notice these things, and I realize he had a hair transplant like before Casino Royale. He got a hair transplant, and then but the thing about hair transplants is they put the hair transplant in, but then you continue to go bald, so then you have like sort of a vague hairline, so then they have to fill it in with.
He wound up looking like David Cross on Arrested Development. I remember the first time I saw Daniel Craig was in an episode of Tales from the Crypt in the final season when they shot in England. It was
that piece of shit. Dude, I told you this ages ago. Me and my dad watched Tales from the Crypt fucking religiously when that show was on. But when it moved to England for that final season, me and him tuned out. Like we watched like the first one or two episodes and we did not like where it was going. I mean, hey, nothing against Europeans, nothing against the British. Apparently they had some issues with the show. They needed British funding. That's how they were able to get that last season going.
They did get a lot of like up and coming actors like Daniel Craig. They got Ewan McGregor in there. You know, there's some good stuff. Eddie Izzard.
If there hadn't been that final season for them to go, you know, maybe we want to do something different. We wouldn't have gotten Demon Knight. Wouldn't have gotten Bordello of Blood. You know. So there you go. Wouldn't have gotten Billy Zane and Demon Knight.
Wait, the one with Anna Friel where her sister is on the back of her head. I love that episode. Actually, that was a good one.
Yeah, but then we got Ritual, and not a lot of people want to remember Ritual. Ritual was not that great.
That was the third movie, and I remember
that was direct to video. I think
it came out, but it disappeared very quickly. Who was it? Who was it? That was Jennifer Grey, right?
Jennifer Grey and Tim Curry.
Yeah, Tim Curry, who was in one of the best episodes ever of Tales from the Crypt. Remember that one?
Of course.
Death of a Salesman.
I
think it was called
Death of Some Salesman. Yeah.
Death of Some Salesman. Yes, it was awesome.
Speaking of weird movies, did you guys do an Upstairs at Frolic? Did you do the that movie I recommended, the Caller?
No.
Oh wait, no, we haven't
that
talked
last week. We haven't done that. We haven't done anything actually. I have it. I found it. I'm gonna look at it.
It's on Tubi. It's on Tubi. It's like a VHS rip, but it's on there.
No, I have a 1080p. I found a 1080p of it, and it looks really good too. I'm gonna take a look at it at some point, maybe in a couple of days.
And then you do a double feature with that and Disturbed.
Well, we still gotta finish up Hammer before when we get back to Frelix. We gotta finish up Hammer. We still gotta
we got a few.
We gotta do To the Devil a Daughter, which which is going to be a fantastic one with Nastasia Kinski before she was famous. Anyway, we should probably wrap this up, shouldn't we? We've got up to 90 minutes here, 90 minutes on this thing. I did maybe, if there aren't any more horrible deaths, maybe we can get together and talk about the other topics. I wanted to talk a little bit more about YouTube, and I wanted to talk about, God, I don't even know what else. We did the Nick Reiner threads, right? Yeah, donating money. Words you can't say on YouTube. I wanted to talk about that because it seems like bullshit to me. But
the thing is, if we post it on YouTube, we'll be able to...
Words you can't say on YouTube. It's like George Carlin's 7 Dirty Words. You know?
And the funny
Shit,
thing
piss,
is,
funk,
they let the news organizations get away with it. But like, if somebody else wants to report on it, they can't say those words because, okay, these are news stations. They don't give a shit about monetization or anything like that. But let's say an independent guy wants to, cover that story and use news clips. He can't use those words, and he has to edit out any of those words that can't be said on YouTube.
He
or
thinks
else
he has to. This is my point of contention. He thinks he has to edit out those words. I don't think it matters. I think it's stupid, and I don't think YouTube is... I don't think they have the ability yet. Maybe we have AI and all that crap, but I don't think they have the ability yet to search out words that you're saying on your videos. And I don't.
Well, I don't think they're. I think what I think they're doing is if you can say whatever you want, but if you say certain words, they're going to demonetize you. I think that's what it is.
I don't. But the thing
that
is, they would have to search through your audio to do that.
Oh,
or
dude,
they're
bots are.
No, I'm a programmer. I have a degree in programming. There is no way. You would have to have staff. You would have to have people actually listening for words. I don't think you can program a computer.
You're also, look, not only that, you're a political expert, you're a medical expert, you know everything.
Well,
you should run everything.
I have a degree, dude. I mean, like, a degree is pretty much the last word in this. And I'm telling you, I know what they call it AI. I call it predictive algorithm. They call it learning, machine learning. It's not. It's none of those things. You can't really do these things. What you can do is you can find, like how they find music and they decide to copyright strike you. It's because they're hitting certain tones. When you hit a certain tone and you do it on a 3/4 scale, and this is all binary shit, you get your binary programming algorithm locator to find tones. And you lock those tones in. And you can feed the computer with the information, and then the computer goes and finds the information.
Let me tell you how good the bots are. So you may have seen the clip. It's when I'm with my friend and I'm making fun of the movie Dear Evan Hansen, and I'm singing along with it.
Wait.
Okay.
Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah,
really?
I'm making fun of it. I'm making fun of him. I'm making fun of the music. You can barely hear. It's literally like a 30-second clip. You can barely. It's when he's singing "Waving Through the Window," and "Waving Through the Window," and I'm going
Okay, but all they need. What I was trying to say is that's exactly my point. It searches for 2 to 3 notes that all coincide with each other. Like, for example,
and it's like it's way in the background. It's
all I have to do is say we will rock you, and suddenly the AI will kick in.
I guess, but that's the one clip. By the way, it's okay. It's on Facebook. It's fine. On TikTok, it's not. And yet I have other stuff on TikTok, and I'm literally using, it's my other clips where I literally use like whole songs, and those aren't blocked. So it's like, make a fucking decision.
It's mainly about the popularity. Like if
Dear Evan Hansen isn't popular. Nobody gets
it is popular with certain people. Certain
certain groups, I guess.
If you play the opening
chord, and I'll say this much, I'm not in that group, so I'm good.
The opening chord of A Hard Day's Night. It's basically just a guitar going dring.
Yeah.
It will catch that. But if there are things you can do. You can alter the pitch, and people will still recognize it, and the computer won't pick it up. Computer's only used to picking up a certain sequence. So that's how it works. But it's so not weird. It's not AI. I guarantee you, it's not AI.
It's so weird because with video content, it's different because, like, again, our Star Wars reviews, they're chock full of clips and things and stuff and pictures and Star Wars.
Yeah.
Disney could take it down, and that's another thing. Disney's weird about stuff. It's like the Star Wars holiday special. It's still on YouTube. Yeah, Disney could take it down at any time.
And good quality too. They upscaled it to 4K.
I know, it's really good. And like they don't care. And it's like it's this weird thing where it's like, but if you try to post like an Avengers trailer.
Oh my God. Oh my God!
By the way, I've heard that the new Avengers, the Doomsday trailer is like it leaked and now it's gone. I'm just hoping that they post a good version because it's going to go up with Avatar in the theater, so they'll probably post it online like Thursday or Friday. So I'm really looking forward to that. Maybe that will rekindle your hope for Marvel.
What needs to actually be done is let's have characters that we all liked. I mean, for me, Marvel I could go on for years, but the thing is, when they started in with Ant-Man is kind of when I knew it was over. When they turned,
Ant-Man was great.
They turned, but they turned him into a buffoon, and I didn't like that. I didn't like what they did.
Well, that's because it's Paul Rudd. It's Paul Rudd doing the Paul Rudd shtick.
Maybe they shouldn't have done that. Maybe it should have been Edgar Wright working on that project.
Well, that was going to be an Edgar Wright. Yeah, that was going to be. In fact, if you go way back, the Ant-Man teaser where he's doing all kinds of like weird shit and he's running around, that was directed by Edgar Wright and it has an Edgar Wright look to it.
Yeah. Who did they get? Who did they get? Lord and Taylor to do that?
No.
Miller, no.
Peyton Reed.
Oh,
Peyton Reed.
Peyton Reed. Sorry. Yeah, what they did with Ant-Man, I didn't in the sequel.
Look, they let Peyton Reed do what he wanted, and he did the third Ant-Man, and it kind of sucked. So.
And they tried this later with Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange movie is probably the last really good separate standalone movie in the Marvel's universe for me.
Well, the sequel was directed by Sam Raimi.
No, that's because Benedict Cumberbatch did. They weren't going to make him a buffoon, but then they did in the sequel.
Spider-Man: No Way Home.
No Way
He's
Home?
not a buffoon.
No. That was Phase 4, Phase 5, and no, I didn't really. For me, Homecoming and Far From Home were the better ones of those two. I didn't like No Way. I didn't like. No,
agree to disagree.
They didn't have to kill off Marissa Tomei. I don't know why they did that. Plus, they did this fucking side alternate universe thing where they brought all three, and I thought that was really cute for 5 seconds. But no,
Let me tell you something. That was the movie America needed. It was 2021. We were just coming out of like the COVID lockdowns. It healed America.
Spider-Man.
I saw that, dude. I saw that movie twice.
You know what's interesting about the Spider-Man movies? The Spider-Man movies, including Sam Raimi, but mainly the Tom Holland stuff. But even if you include Sam, those movies made more money collectively than any other Marvel movie, movie in the entire franchise. Those movies,
so that goes to
obviously, I think there's something there. I think it has to do with the popularity and the enduring thing with Spider-Man. Spider-Man,
they're making a fourth one. They're making a fourth. They're making a fourth. Tom Holland's coming out in the summer. I think the trailer's about to hit for that one too.
I mean, even with Zendaya and her non-acting face thing going on that she does, whatever that weird thing is she does. These movies, people really, I love the Sam Raimi movies. I really did. And I love the third one I
can pass on.
I don't even care about it, how, comparatively, I still love it. The first Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield is really good. The second one I didn't like so much, but I really like that first one.
Well, see, I'm waiting for because Secret Wars is going to come out after Doomsday. When Secret Wars comes out, I'm going to cash in because I have the entire original run of Secret Wars from the 80s in mint condition.
I remember you told me
that includes issue 9. I just realized this recently. The real collector's item is issue number 8 because it's the introduction of Venom. In that issue.
If you don't get any money from your mom, that's your trust fund right there.
I don't know if it's going to give me that much, but yeah.
No, I think it will because I think there are people out there that are sad and will pay.
Well, I'm waiting for that movie to come out because then it's really going to go up. So I'm
very close to printing up a first edition of Jurassic Park on VHS and then putting it in plastic and saying it's worth $1 million. Because
people are grading VHS tapes. People are grading fucking VHS tapes. And they're getting thousands of dollars for them. Fuck you!
Yes, I know. And I have a Roy Halladay baseball that he signed before he died. That's my most valuable possession. Anyway.
All I can say is I have a non-rotting copy of Air Force One on Laserdisc.
Get off my plane!
Yes.
I think I got one of those too. I'm not 100%. I know I got a clean copy of Eraser.
You know what? I don't even know if I have it, but I'm pretty sure I have it because they had that, they had Titanic, they had Jerry Maguire, and people are paying money for this shit. Anyway, let's go. What do you say we take off? And in case
the Great White North,
in case we don't talk to each other, I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
I wish you health and peace and self-control. Okay.
Health,
Yeah, and I wish
health
you the same.
specifically for me.
And for you, Freilich, of course.
Yes,
If
thank
I
you for you.
believed
We don't want
in
you to-
God, you would be in my prayers.
Yes.
Remember,
we
thoughts and prayers.
Look, Lawler and I made love, and we made you.
Oh Jesus!
You are the product of our love.
I got
Oh,
on
God.
top. I got on top.
To go back to
Anderson.
gayness.
Anderson, I was on top.
Oh, okay, whatever you need.
Or I was like Albert Brooks. What are you doing? Get off me!
No, you know what we did? We did like Trump and Satan on South Park. We had the butt baby.
You know what we did? We did what Man Seeking Woman. We both jizzed into a toilet and it was struck by lightning.
Yes.
That's what happened.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Like crawled out of it. Yeah.
I crawled out of a primordial jizz from the toilet. Oh, joy.
Yeah, like you know what you did? You came out like in Ghoulies. Came out of the.
No, wait, that'll be
Right.
that'll be the second Doomsday movie. It'll be called Doomsday 2: Primordial Jizz. All right.
Yes.
That's enough on this goddamn thing.
You want to get banned from YouTube? This is what's going to get us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you were to give that idea to Charlie Band, he'd probably give you a couple of $100,000 to make that movie.
Wait, let me just say it without any interruption here. Primordial Jizz. Okay, there we go. And banned. Demonetized.
Yes.
What did he say? He said primordial jizz, sir. Block him!
Yes.
That's the end.
Well,
All right, kids.
same to you guys. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I'm pretty sure we'll talk before then. I'm pretty sure we.
Merry
we will.
holidays.
No,
Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah to your wife. Happy Hanukkah to all our Jewish friends out there. I love that one. That's my favorite. It reminds me of the Jon Stewart joke where he was the Jewish kid, and it was always Christmas. He was like, Christmas time is here to stay, except for you fucking Jew boy.
Or we could do
No,
like Richard
it's
Lewis
like
and-
the beginning of Ted. It's like, it was the most wonderful time of the year where all the neighborhood kids gathered up to beat up the local Jewish kids.
or we could be like Richard Lewis, celebrate Christmas and Hanukkah and have
Chronica.
Oh, God, Chronica.
You know what I want to watch Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights again. I enjoyed that movie actually. I thought it was funny.
You know what? That movie wore out its luster for me. And here was the issue. I watched it
And
too
I'm
many
not a big
times
Adam
when I was
Sandler.
younger. I watched it
just
too
watch-
many times when I was younger.
Just watch Uncut Gems. It's a happy movie.
It's a very Jewish movie too. Yeah, there's
Yes, it is.
Jewish movie with a
right?
great happy ending.
There's
a
a
great
whole
happy
Passover
ending.
sequence, and he gets shot in the fucking face.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh dear.
All right, kids, let's end this one. What do you say? All right.
Okay.
All right,
Bye bye.
we'll do it again some other time. Take it easy, boys.
All
Okay,
right.
bye bye.